Welcome everyone to the Silver League UCL Season 1, Week 2. Last time we had a painful loss against Diogo. Next we face St0mpa. His team, real quick. Mega Slowbro, Gliscor, Heatran, Chansey, Nidoking, Milotic, Gastrodon, Amoonguss, Cradily, Skuntank, Magikarp, and Ninjask. Checking this team out, it seems to be very weak against ground in particular, and grass, though it has its own resistances in Amoonguss and Cradily, which is takes control damage. There's also Skuntank. Ground is the primary weakness, as you likely have already identified with three common ones. That being said, this is our formation to tackle them. Blastoise going for everything again. It did really well. Sadly, couldn't do what I wanted because of the battle, which at the time of this recording, the battle against Diogo is up in the channel, and at the time of this video is up, the battle already takes place. So this time I'm running the same set because there really isn't anything on his team that I want to particularly hit with Aura Sphere or Dragon Pulse. He doesn't really have anything that is weak to either, so I see no point in going for that. Also, he has Heatran, so that means I need to be wary of Stealth Rock. Rapid Spin obviously gets rid of it, no problem. I won't carry rocks on my own this time for a simple reason. And yeah, of course, you know how Crush rolls, basic coverage, and it's pretty much like a very good water type. Mew! This time rocks the Expert Belt. I'm going to keep running special for this one, even though he has Chansey. I have Energy Ball for every one of his water types. Basically, Gastrodon is not going to take an Energy Ball. It's not going to appreciate it at all. There is also Mega Slowbro won't appreciate an Energy Ball. And Ice Beam, it hits Gliscor pretty much getting rid of it. It hits Amoonguss really hard. I don't know if it'll be able to get rid of it. Depends on its investment and whatnot. Cradily stands on the same scenario. I don't want Mew in front of Ninjask because that thing is really frail, but it hits. But if it does what it can do, it hits like a truck. Also, it's a baton passer. I really don't want to deal with that kind of stuff. Next, we have Salamence. This time I'm running Moxie. I want to be able to hit as hard as I possibly can. This one is carrying Dragon Claw, its standard same type attack bonus. Crunch, which is going to hit Mega Slowbro extremely hard, especially after boosts. If I'm able to get this thing boosted, I don't think there's anything he can do to win. Because Salamence is faster than the fastest Pokemon on his team, which is Gliscor. Well, it's not faster than Ninjask, but if I'm able to get it on +2, there's nothing Ninjask can do either. There is also Miltank, who is base standard Cleric set, Heal Bell, Toxic, Seismic Toss, and Milk Drink. I want it for special defense because its ability Thick Fat allows me to switch into Heatran with relative safety. Same case as my Milotic and Gastrodon, because my team carries a huge weakness to ice, and those Pokemon sport ice moves, like every water type. He may bring Magikarp, which is more dangerous than you may think because it has Flail. Flail is a move that the harder it hits, the lower your HP, the harder it hits. So there's that, and I don't want to deal with that. If I'm able to get rid of it, of course, rocks could do that job, but I don't want to. But I don't honestly want to have those shenanigans on my end or on his. I'm my reasoning for not bringing rocks in this for this matchup is that he doesn't really have anything that will severely be hurting beside the Ninjask, which I already have a way to get rid of anyway. So yeah, there's also Mandibuzz, physical wall. Obviously, this is my switching for Ninjask. Should things start getting weird, I have Toxic. Again, I want to be able to poison Megaslobber as well. This Against bulky teams, the best you can do is carry status, and poison is the way to go largely. He has Chansey, which is obviously a cleric, but it doesn't mean that much to me because switching in on Mandibuzz means that he has to risk losing his Eviolite. Chansey without Eviolite basically can't take many physical hits, which is what the following Pokemon is for. Knockoff is basically to nerf overall. And of course, Roost for support. And we got Halucha. Sadly, he couldn't do what I tried him for, but hey, Dio prepared really well, and sadly, I couldn't beat Florges. I knew and I should have prepared better, so that's my own fault. This time I'm carrying Citrus Berry, and I'm carrying Substitute, and well, the standard Substitute Sword Dance set. My reasoning for bringing Citrus instead of Yachi is that I don't think I'm going to use this. I don't expect Nidoking or Milotic or Ninjask to be switch-ins to this thing. I don't see him going into Ninjask on my on my Switch because that would put him at risk of losing his Sash. And if I keep spamming sub, I get on burden. And I'm still able to get rid of the Ninjask anyway in 2 hits. Of course, I'm mentioning that he has Sash, because he will. Also, it makes his boosting irrelevant upon baton passing. High jump kick hits Chansey pretty hard, and hits anything on a scene pretty hard. It also will hit Heatran. I'm also carrying Substitute to scout for Protect. This thing is also, with Acrobatics, able to hit Amoonguss. And Amoonguss being mentioned, if I'm able to set up a Substitute on it, Spore doesn't mean anything to me. And if I'm able to get to use it to get off to Unburden, that thing is going down, no questions asked. So his switch into Hawlucha is largely Gliscor because I don't have anything to hit it really hard with. That's something I already know, and that's something I'm prepared for with Ice and with everything I may have to deal with. I'm tempted to bring Drain Punch instead of High Jump Kick, just to increase Hawlucha's survivability, but I decided against it and go for Standard Set. And that's it for the battle. Hope you enjoy the video, and when the time comes, have fun. This is Raro of the Silver League, signing out.